You are listening to another AlwaysMoto production. The AlwaysMoto podcast with your host, David Hogan. We talk moto events from around the world. All the injuries, all the training ins and outs, the bikes, parts and gear inspections. The results, we interview your favourite riders. It's the AlwaysMoto podcast. We occasionally have some coarse language and the odd stuff up along the way. If you don't like it or you don't agree with us, turn it off right now.
I'd like to remind you that he is not a doctor.
Welcome to the AlwaysMoto podcast. This is the post-race edition from Millville, Minnesota. We are here for AMA Pro Racing, AMA ProMotocross, I should say, and sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing. I am David Hogan, the Australian physiotherapist, over here chasing an American dream, chasing down some rounds. We've got to a few rounds here in the last few weeks. We've got one more coming up next week at Washougal, but today's episode is all about the post-race interviews and the post-race updates that happened here at Millville today. There's a nice warm day here at Millville. Not too hot, but compared to the previous two rounds, this was okay in terms of temperature. Sun was shining, no issues with weather whatsoever. And the motos, they were awesome motos today. Let's kick off with the 250s. They were first on the day today. Had a bit of a change around from our live episodes that were on last few weeks with the 450s going first to get that prime position there in the coverage. In this one, we had the 250s going off first. And look, the story of the day is the hometown retiring hero, Jeremy Martin. Jeremy Martin has put together a farewell day that he will probably never forget. He whole shotted the first moto. Didn't quite lead the first lap, but he held in there and managed to get a third position in the moto. That podium there, he was very, let's just say very stoked on that moto podium when he got up there. You could see it in his face. The crowd was going nuts, chanting him, especially when he was riding around. The horns were going off everywhere. But when he was at the podium, they were chanting, J-Mart, J-Mart. So that was awesome. But then he went a couple of steps better in Moto 2, got another whole shot, led a couple of laps, got passed by Joe Shimoda. Joe Shimoda went down shortly afterwards, had an issue with his bike, something to do with his rear brake pedal, I believe. And then J-Mart was back in the lead. Now, from about 5-10 minutes in, he was in the lead. Hayden Deegan managed to make his way into second and closed in on J-Mart. But by about that halfway, three-quarters, Jeremy Martin actually pulled the gap back out and left Hayden Deegan. That's right, the old guy, the retiring guy, distanced himself from the current champ and the guy that's leading the championship in the 250 class, Hayden Deegan. Hayden obviously battling through a little bit of an issue with an injury from last week, but had a strong opening moto, winning that moto. But yeah, in the second moto, he had nothing for Jeremy Martin. And Jeremy Martin won his last moto of his professional career. It gave him second overall on the day. Hayden Deegan with a 1-2 getting the overall, Jeremy Martin with a 3-1 getting second, and Joe Shimoda a 2-4 holding on for third. And look, the other story here is Mikel Harrop having an awesome day, 4-3 for fourth overall. So some awesome results there, but like I said, Jeremy Martin was the story of the day there. In terms of other situations that went on throughout the day, a few people had crashes here. Seth Hammaker was leading Moto 1 early, went down, didn't have quite the day after that. Then in terms of Jordan Smith, he had a crash as well, unfortunately. And then I'm trying to find where Seth Hammaker actually had, because he was riding through 27:39. Terrible day for Seth Hammaker. In terms of where that all finished, but he was riding through the pits there before the moto started. He's got some tape on the right shoulder as well, so not sure if he's dealing with something there that's a bit ongoing, but yeah, things are not happening right there for him at all. In terms of the 450 side of things, Honda again in the 450 class, but this time it was Hunter getting the first moto win and Jet getting the second moto win here. They split the 1-2s. Jet getting the overall with that better second moto score. Hunter in second overall. Chase Sexton a 3-3 for third overall here. RJ Hampshire continues to show that he's doing really well on the 450 side of things, 4-4. But the other side of this, the lackluster results from Eli Tomac, 6'9" for 7th overall. Jorge Prado, 12.5. The 5 is probably a little bit better with a start. He was running up there, but then dropped off. Wasn't able to hold that pace of the front few there. But then we have some other results too, like Justin Cooper, 5.13. Not a good day for him for 10th overall. So yeah, and Tony Caroli obviously missing out on some points in that first one, getting trapped under the bike. And as you'll hear from Marshal Weltin when we interview him later, Marshal Weltin saved him, got him out from under the bike there, which was nice of Marshal, but sacrificed his first moto. Cornelius Tundell, we talked to him after the motos. He had a bit of a issue there, DNF'd in the second one, got 39th. We checked in with him as to what his plans are. He's got to head back for some MXGPs for the next few weeks, but he's trying to eye up, and nothing's confirmed yet, but he's trying to eye up to come back for like Ironman, maybe one or two others, Buds or something here as well. So we'll see how that works out for Cornelius, but he's had a good run here. Not fantastic, but the results have been okay. In other side of things, look, there's not too much to tell here. Plessinger still dealing with issues. He's 39.41, so he hasn't come out for the second moto there. So I think that's still continuing on that bit of energy issue that he was having at Redbud that caused him to not come out for second moto there. He was here trying, but yeah, just again, something's just off there with Aaron's health. So hopefully he'll be able to get to Washougal, but it might be a case that he doesn't and takes the break that comes up after that to get himself right for the final few rounds of the series. But let's get to our interviews. We've got a bunch of them to come up here, so check them out. And remember to check out our images and the story and whatnot from fullnoise.com.au. But we'll head straight into our interviews, and we'll give you some more stuff from next week as when we get to Washougal as well. All right, here come the interviews. All right, post-race at Millville. We've got TJ Albright. TJ, we were talking yesterday about Mount Martin and having you going down that hill. You had a bit of a moment just before you got to that in Moto 1. You were up there, things didn't work out. You had a bit of a crash, and it sort of hampered the rest of the day, mate.
Yeah, I was running like P16, made some good passes in the beginning of the race, and yeah, there was a rider down right at the top, and I hit him, and my bike stayed, and I went cartwheeling down the hill, and I probably went 100 yards, just head over heels, and yeah, I was sore. I'm sore right now, and yeah, I banged up my shoulder, but got worked on in between the motos by Dr. Navarro, and got feeling good enough to go out there and give Moto 2 a go, and yeah, just a rough day, right? Second moto didn't go ideal. Got tangled up. Story of my life this outdoor season is getting through these first turns. I was going, and I didn't even, the roost is flying, and it's gnarly, the fact that the little vision that you have when you're wide open on a dirt bike on these starts. And I'm wide open, and within a half a second, I said, this isn't going to be good, because I hit a dirt bike and I went again. So 2 big crashes today, man. It's tough right now. I had a tough day. Need to regroup. I have an amazing opportunity right now, and it seems like everything's going against trying to get some results right now. And it's definitely tough, but get knocked down 7 times, we're going to get up again.
Let's go back a little bit, right to the start of the day, and even just before that first moto crash. We talked yesterday, you did some improvements throughout the week. Did you get to see any of that come to fruition, or was it just like you didn't get enough time to find that out?
Yeah, really from the get-go. I mean, I crashed. I spent a lot of time on the ground today. This Millville track is gnarly. TV doesn't do it justice. Press day yesterday didn't do it justice. This is a man's track. And Southwick, Redbud, Millville. Looking forward to Washougal next weekend, because as they say, it's hard packed and blah blah blah. But yeah, the practices today, I mean, it's gnarly. I forgot what this outdoor stuff is like, and it's far from easy. But yeah, we were able to see some improvements with what we kind of found during the weeks and stuff like that. But the biggest thing is I just have to be a little better at executing that. And grateful for this opportunity. Hopefully, we can keep it going and carry on and build and get to where I truly believe I can be. Right now, it seems so far away, but it only takes one start and no crash to. If I don't go down in that first moto day, I truly believe I'm 16 to 19 in that moto.
Yeah, I think you are too, because you looked spicy on that first bit. So yeah, unfortunately, just didn't pan out. Hopefully, it starts to turn around. But I gather go and find an ice pack this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna. When I land tomorrow morning, when I get off the airplane, that's normally when the soreness hits you, and I'm gonna be feeling it. Because like I said, I went head over heels for about 100 yards down a hill, and the worst part was I truly, while I was flipping, I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna stop.
That's a bad feeling.
Yeah, that's the tough feeling. I'm sore, I'm beat up, but a few days of rest, some riding in this week, and on to Washougal.
All right, good luck for next week. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yes, sir, of course.
Right, Alex Fedortsov, mate, you're just saying about your results. I think you said DNF 22. It's not what we came here for.
Yeah, it was a little bit tough day for me. Twist my ankle in the first moto and try to ride it, but I just can't. Just a little bit painful, so I was just decided to pull off, and then second moto got some ice on it. It feels a little better, so just try to regroup, have a nice start. Got 8th on the start, and then Tom just did a little mistake. He jumped in front of me and tip over, and I just ran into him. I can't do nothing. Just split second, it's
ruined your moto basically.
Yeah. He just ruined it a little bit. I was have to catch back from that last again. So caught up to 22nd. It was all right. I rode better than first moto, but yeah, results didn't show a little bit. But yeah, we're just gonna regroup and focus on the next weekend and just try to get better.
Yeah, go back, try again, basically, isn't it? At this point, you just got to wipe it off and take it as a learning experience.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's not gonna be perfect, and today's weekend is hard, but we're definitely not gonna give up on it and just make me tougher. So we're just gonna push through and make myself better and just try to get better.
Now, the weekend's not a total loss. You're just saying you got one of those air horns in your pocket that you found along the way. A good afternoon then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun. I don't know. I have a really tough day, so I'll just have some fun. Maybe.
Are you going to be in the backseat of the rental car, just going out of here, just hooting people?
Who knows, man? Who knows? If you heard some horn, it's probably gonna be me.
All right, I'll look out for it. All right, hopefully we see it. Hopefully we see you with a better finish at Redbud at Washougal next week. Just getting confused by the Honda chaos going on here. They're chucking out plastic, so it's like a circus over here. But yeah, hopefully a better week next week at Washougal.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Appreciate your time. All right, Coty Schock. First off, I came over after that qualifying session. That double down the hill, you're the first one to do it. That was insane. And then I think I noticed that you were doing almost double in the humps at some point down the hill. You're obviously feeling it and comfortable down the hill, mate. That was impressive.
Yeah, I don't really know what clicked. I felt it, I did it. I saw it on the sight lap of the first qualifier, and then I hit it second or third lap and just hit it every single lap. And
was there a smooth line to that, or was there some part of that made it possible?
It was just the cojones. If you had it, just do it. And I don't know. It just felt comfortable to me. So it was definitely huge.
It was seriously impressive. I was literally next to it, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, the amount of momentum we have coming down Mount Martin was unreal. And then I actually did it in the first moto. And I barely made the turn, and the brake bumps were almost a little too big to be doing that. So that was the last time I did that. But I feel like a lot of positives today. Overall result isn't what I would want. I would like a top 10, but I guess I'll take an 11th overall, going 9-11. So yeah, I mean, I'm battling champs. It's fun. These guys are hauling ass, and just got to be better.
Cairoli, Tomac, those were the names you were fighting that second moto. I'm probably sure you were in there with the same sort of... Cairoli went down early in that first moto, and Tomac was a bit further up. But yeah, you're in that mix there in that second moto. So I don't think you should be disappointed by it. Like, you're battling with those guys. I think you're almost in the back of the top 5 there early in that first moto. So things are working well. You just got to... There's something to just finish off here.
Yeah, it's... I wish I had a little bit more of that last 10 minutes in the second moto. I felt like those last 5 laps really, not that I, threw the anchor or anything, but I just didn't have that extra.
That extra pep?
Yeah, I didn't have that extra pep for what those guys were doing. So, you know what? I gave it 100% effort, and I can't really be upset about that. Just gotta keep working.
Does it do anything that you're learning from those guys at that point, like in maybe how they're approaching the track or anything, or are you just like, I just need to be better myself?
I think I just need to be better myself. There's sections where I was really good, and there's sections where I was like, and I'm just trying to get an overall base of where it's like
all the way around,
right? which I feel like those days are coming. I feel like I tend to do well at Ironman, Dilla, Bud. So once we come into that swing, yeah, I would really like to get. It would be cool to get like a top 8, but it's completely doable. I just gotta have all the stars aligned.
Yeah, everything go click, 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 and you'll be there.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone has their day. I feel like some of the guys today, like look at J-Mart.
That was impressive, like sort of out of nowhere almost.
Yeah, but the stars aligned for him, and he executed. Like that was a straight up second, and second moto win. That was straight up.
Well, and at one point there, like Deegan was closing in on him, and he then just gapped him. So like that part was impressive too. So it's there for everybody. It's just the right moment, the right motivation, whatever it is. It's just something you got to find at one point.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all know J-Mart is the most fit rider out there. So obviously being teammates with him last year for a little bit, it was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Because I've always been a very big J-Mart fan, and the dude's always had it. Just not everything worked out in his favor, but for him to go out and finish his career the way he did today was incredible, and it really goes to show that anything can happen when the stars align and you keep your head down and you just keep working. So kudos to him. J-Mart, you're a beast, you're a savage, you're everything above, and it was cool to see.
All right, on to Washougal next week. Do you like that track? You've been there before, I gather. Are you looking forward to it at all?
Yeah. Washington is a very beautiful state. I've only ever been there once, so this will be my second time, and I look forward to just making more memories. So, yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, yeah, we look forward to seeing you again next week. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Lorenzo Locurcio, Millville, 11, 12, and we've just been saying before we hit record here, I think you should be stoked on that, and you're just going, I'm just a bit tired, but I am happy with it.
Yeah, I wish I could show more emotion, but no, it's cool, it's a kind of crazy first moto, passing a world champion, second moto, battling with like a 9-time world champion, even though he's retired. No, it's badass. I'm pretty happy, the day went really good. I just felt right from the moment I got on the bike this morning, so I'm stoked. Tired, but we'll live and learn.
That's probably a good way to be. Like, it shows the effort that you put in if you're tired. Like, if you were standing around here bouncing around, you're probably going, I maybe could have put some more effort in. But no, watching you today, yeah, like you said, you've had a good day all day. This morning you looked really good on track, and then it's just continued through the moto. So well done from my side of things, from watching from the sides. Well, how do you continue on with this for next week? How do you continue to build on this? Because you're right at that top 10 point now. Yeah,
and honestly, I'm just stoked that I'm riding finally. Like, I'm getting closer to what I'm riding during the week.
Yeah, nice.
Like, I'm not fully there yet, but today I show aggression. The first moto, all 30 minutes plus 2 laps. Second moto, I only made it about 27 minutes. But then, all things considered, it's a really good day. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt strong all day, and then I was managing the gap with the rider behind me. So it was pretty cool. To feel strong both motos. Yeah, I mean, could have been better, of course, but for where I'm coming from, I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, no, you should be really happy with the efforts. But yeah, thoughts on Washougal next week? Do you like that place, or it's very different to here, obviously?
No, honestly, I like it.
Okay.
Last year is my best round.
Right.
So, yeah, no, I'm happy to get back there. I get good vibes. I like the scenery there. And yeah, I'm just looking to carry this momentum, keep going. I haven't had this momentum in a very long time, so we're already 7 rounds in, still healthy, feeling pretty good, getting better each weekend, so it's always positive, and that's what I'm looking for.
How's the SMX points going? I haven't checked that out since this one's finished, but I gather you're getting a bit more creeping up there.
Honestly, no idea.
Still no idea. All right, we'll check that out later. We'll report on that later on. But no, all right. Good luck for next week, mate.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Marshal Weltin, I'm going to start with the point that you're probably the stand-up man of the weekend, because I saw you in that first moto. Caroli went down. I think he's under the bike. You had a couple of looks and decided to go back for him. You did the right thing there, mate, but you sacrificed yourself for the greater good.
Yeah, I mean, I had a bad start, locked some handlebars going down the straightaway coming into turn 1, and just was, far back. And I saw the yellow flags coming into that turn 2 area, and I came over that inside roller, and I saw Caroli down, and I was like, oh damn! And then I like saw it on my peripheral as like his header pipe on his skin. So I saw that, and I'm like, I couldn't not help him. Like that's just a brutal, really brutal for him to get those burns. So he's an all-time favorite rider too. So it's just
kind of helps that situation.
I would have done it no matter what. But I'm pumped I was able to help him, and I was able to ride with him actually because he's behind me. He caught me, and then we did some laps together. So that's fun. And
so not a total loss for that moto then. Like you got that little maybe that childhood dream going there.
Right, for sure. I mean, he's been probably my favorite rider for forever. So it's cool to do some laps with him. And
just hold on a sec. Did you go over and sneak that jersey off him or ask for it? Because he's torn it up. He probably doesn't want it, and it might be a memento for you. He probably should give it to you.
Nah, I wouldn't hit him up like that. I'm not really a collector. I got too much stuff in my own lane.
Okay. Thought it might be a good one to have.
Yeah, maybe we'll catch a meal sometime if I ever go to Italy or something. That'd be cool. But overall, decent day.
Second moto, you got some points. I think you said 17th.
Yeah, I think it's a replica last weekend. Honestly, I struggled first moto, crashed, and then I didn't crash this moto. I dropped my bike, but I kind of got things rolling there. Moto 2, it seems to be my trend. I just get better as the day goes on, and
it's not a bad problem to have, but it'd be nice to start out a little bit quicker and still build on it.
Right, and it's pretty cool for my teammate Valentin. He's showing what's capable of that Yamaha 450. He's out there just on a standard rig OEM and
sixth in the moto or something. I think it was in the end. So yeah, awesome.
Pretty insane. Yeah. So it shows kind of what's really capable of that motorcycle, and I'd like to.
Replicate that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting that out of myself even by the end of the year, but if I can work in closer to the top 10, be in that range and get some better qualifying, better gate pick, better starts, and keep working.
Keep working through it all. Well, look, Washougal next week. Do you like that place? Do you hate that place? What's the go for you?
Yeah, that's actually my favorite one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2 top 10s there in a row. So, it's my
bit of a goal to aim there for then, the 2 top 10s in a row. That's a bit hard to replicate, maybe.
Yeah, it's that's been my number one track, and they say the shadows are tough, but I tend to, I don't know, it doesn't bother
works for you?
It just doesn't bother you as much when you ride the track from morning to night. You kind of, or not night, but morning to afternoon, you seem to memorize the bumps a little easier. So I have fun there. If I can get some starts, I really feel like I can do something.
Well, we look forward to maybe seeing another top 10 out of you next week. So thanks for your time, and good luck at Washougal.
Appreciate it.
All right, we've got Kevin Moranz here. Mate, this is the second round for you for Nationals. We're building into something, hopefully. But, today wasn't a great day by the sounds of what you just told me before we hit record. 30th, and I don't know what was was it a DNF or what was it in the end?
So I've been racing for, outdoors for 6-7 years. I've never DNF'd a moto until today.
Not a good start.
Yes.
We don't want to add to any more of those, right?
No, I'm good. So let's just try to put you in my situation, right? So you know the track, obviously. Yeah. You hit the finish line, so I'm right behind B-Ray.
Yep.
And hit the finish line, hit the little hip jump before you go left right before the mechanics area. So there's an inside roller, there's an outside dozer blade berm that they just made perfect. So that was kind of the best line from the get-go. So we jumped in, and he jumped the jump in front of me, and he overshot the outside of the corner. So then he was like skidding, and I was going straight to that outside berm because it was dozer bladed perfect. It was the fast line.
Yep.
So I'm getting ready to go into that line, and he checks up and tries to jump back over the backside of the berm, lands in the soft stuff, goes over the bars, so his rear wheel is spinning right when I'm going into the turn, and his wheel just takes me off of my bike, completely destroyed my whole clutch perch, like it was all hanging down. My front brake line, the front brake perch or whatever, the bottom part, so not the little cheap little top part broke, the bottom part that's the whole front brake.
The caliper.
Assembler, yes.
Yeah.
No, not the
not
the top, so like the clutch perch up top.
Yeah.
So imagine the other side front brake. I don't know what it would be called, front brake perch or whatever.
Cylinder.
Master cylinder. There, my goodness.
We'll get there eventually, the two of us.
Yeah, the master cylinder, yeah. So the bottom part of the master cylinder that goes under the bar snaps, so there's no chance of fixing it. So we have to swap all the stuff off the practice bike to the race bike to be able to toss it on the McGinley Clinic's rig to get me out to Washougal. So that's the situation right now.
You've got a whole bunch of stuff going on there. But I guess if you're going to DNF, it's probably the way to do it, rather than being either I gave up or I got injured or something. So mechanical in that sense of somebody else hitting you.
Yes.
That's probably the better option of the DNF ways.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Like that's what bummed me out, because I've always been like, even when I had like a destroyed rear wheel or a flat tire 2 years ago, like I waited by the finish line, pushed it across the finish line.
Still
I wanted to
completed it.
finish.
Yeah.
So
That
like,
was not
but
possible.
without a clutch, that's hanging into my front wheel, that would have been sketchy. I would have been a hazard for everybody else on the track. So I
How
was like,
early in the moto was this?
third lap, I think.
Oh yeah, so it's too far in.
Yeah.
It's not far enough in to
No.
sort of figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, too dangerous.
part of it.
Well, all right. So you get in the bike to next round by the McKinley
Yep.
Clinic. You're gonna use the privateer support
Yep.
option there. And then what? You in for the rest of them after that? If they bring it back, I gather for you.
No, so I did Red Bud on my own. I did Millville here on my own. We're gonna toss the bike on their rig. They're taking it to Washougal, bringing it to Ironman. I'll take it off at Ironman and race Ironman. So I'll do Red Bud, Millville that are now completed. I'll do Washougal. I'm going out there early to do PIR. So then
nice. Yep.
and then I'll do Washougal. And then they'll bring it to Ironman. I'll race Ironman and take all my stuff back home and get ready for Supercross.
Pack it up and have a holiday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, look, there's only so many funds that go around to make all this work, and you're getting to as many as you can. So, yeah, I'm impressed that you're able to do these things anyway. But yeah, that's the best option you got. So you go with it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, the goal is obviously getting to points. I was like sitting 25th in that second moto when that happened early, and I haven't been inside the top 30 in the first couple laps. So like, we made progress in that sense. I just went stiffer on my suspension too, and it was working way better in those first 3 laps. So I was excited to see if I could squeeze my way into points on that one. But yeah, I mean, that's the goal. We're not here to roll around in 30th, so we're here to try to score points, make sure to solidify ourselves at least into the LCQ of SMX. So I think we're sitting like 31st in points right now. So yeah, it's all right. We'll figure it out. We're more obviously of a Supercross guy than an outdoor guy, but yeah, privateer life in it.
Yeah, definitely. Is there any plans after season? Have you talked to any teams like WSX or anything like that for you this year round?
No, I haven't really had any contacts with WSX teams because there's not really anybody on Austrian brand bikes. There's no Gas, no Husky, and no
You want to stick
KTM.
to that side this time?
I kind of do, because that's what we're veering into for Supercross next year. And last year, 2 years ago, I did the WSX on the Honda, came and did Supercross on the KTM, and just didn't have enough time testing and setting up. So I'm comfortable. I'm not against going to a different bike and doing WSX, but I'm not, unless somebody reaches out to me, I'm not
You're not
searching
chasing,
for it.
yeah.
So the goal is to hopefully sell the Renegade race hauler that we had from this year, potentially move into a semi, upgrade our program, hopefully try to bring in some title sponsor and some bigger partnerships, have a second rider this year. So like, we've got some big plans. We just got to obviously get to Supercross. That's why outdoors isn't as big of a priority right now.
You got some big plans. If you're getting a semi, you got some big plans on ahead. So yeah, look, that's exciting. I look forward to seeing if you can pull all that off. But yeah, good to see you out here for an outdoor, and look forward to seeing you at Washougal then.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, appreciate it. All right, we've got the MX6 racing rider, Henry Miller. Mate, you just told me you got 2 points scoring motos, 14-16. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah,
On some level.
we're making progress. Like we were just talking about, it's really frustrating starting in the back. All the years that I've raced pro, I've always started in the back. And I've always worked through people and just make it hard on myself, I hope I can figure this out this week, hopefully before Washougal. If not, we're going to definitely have it figured out before the last 3, because I ain't starting in the back no more. I'm tired of it, and it just takes all the energy to get to where I can start picking away at the points, and I should be further up. I got the speed, I got the ability, so we're going to get there.
Yeah. I've got a serious question for you on the start side of things, because obviously lots of people talk about technique, bike ECU settings, and all these start maps and hole shots and shit. At some point, I go back to the whole physiology of the body, and just sometimes you just don't have that reaction time. Have you tested yourself on that? Do you have a good reaction or a bad reaction time?
So my reaction time is actually pretty good.
Okay, all right, so we can eliminate that part of it.
Yeah, so they were trying to tell me in Supercross that I had bad reaction time, so I pulled up every single race that I was in on TV and recorded it, and it's like I moved first, if not at the same time, as the guys that get good starts. So that's not it.
Something else then from that point, either on the gate, over the gate, or a technique or a bike or something that's just not quite there for you then, I gather.
Yeah, so in Supercross we were just fighting a little bit of bike setup issue, maybe a little too deep on the hole shot device, not enough pressure on the rear tire. People wouldn't, really think about that. Here, this MX6 racing Yamaha, it's got a lot of power.
So that's not an issue either by the sounds of it?
The power is not an issue, but it is leaving the grate. It's hard to manage it off the grate because we have pretty much 100% traction. So,
do you have a start map then you're using or not?
No.
Okay, so here's maybe the problem. We're nutting this down.
We tried like 2 of them this morning. We tried one when we took off for first practice. Was not even close. Tried another one for the 5 minutes of start practice we got. Wasn't in the ballpark either, so I went straight back to just myself and
Raw dog it.
that wasn't it either.
All right, so I gather the next week or so, and then after Washougal too, you're probably working on this to try and get something in the bit more in the ballpark for you.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like I told the team, I don't need to ride. I need to do starts. That's it.
Everything else is good.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out from there.
Well, I think you said about 29th or something. You've come through to get points. So yeah, obviously that side of things is working out all right. How's Washougal for you? Did you look forward to it? Have you been there before? Do you like it? What's the go?
I haven't been there since 19. The past years I've been there, I've qualified in the top 10 there. I finished in the top 20 every moto. I'm pretty sure there. Minus, I think I had one bike problem one year, and that was it.
So we should be looking forward to a good weekend then.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We just got to get the body right. You're just complaining about being old or something, or too old for this shit. So
I'm too old to start in the back. Is what I really meant. But yeah, the back's a little sore from today. Working on suspension. With minimal days on the bike. It's kind of just try it as you go. So we're trying things. They tore the suspension off this bike twice today. Full suspension, full just revalve, all that. So Stapes is trying. We're trying to make it work as we go.
Does the back get any sore at this venue because of the ups and the downhills and then those braking bumps, especially down Mount Martin?
So I would say more so because there's like a square edge coming out of almost all the corners here.
Okay. Yep.
So your back's just kind of always taking a beating because it's kind of skatey. So you can't really stand up around all the corners to stand up to hit the bump. So you just sit into it and it is what it is.
Because your ass is on the seat, there's no other give through your knees or whatever. So yeah, straight in the spine. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right. Well, thanks for your time. We look forward to seeing you at Washougal and hopefully with some better starts.
Yeah, for sure. See you there.